Miss Joanna Buckler.
Hello. Well, I'd like to begin today by offering some gratitude. A big thank you to our family and our friends, my beautiful son Silas, thank you. Roseman faculty, thank you so much. Fellow graduates, and our amazing creator whose love just completely overwhelms me. When I first learned I was nominated to speak here today, my mind was flooded with all the amazing, life-changing words of wisdom. I got it in part. I started thinking about amazing speakers like Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King, and how their ideas really changed the world, giving speeches about consideration, love, and the desire to make the world a better place for everyone. Then I received the email about the parameters of my speech, and it allowed 5 minutes. So I wondered, is it possible to change the world in 5 minutes? I began thinking back to the start of this nursing adventure. That beautiful day of orientation, in eager anticipation, we learned all about the expectations of nursing school. We learned about Roseman's 4.0 passing standard, and how to set up our new state-of-the-art Dell laptops. And that Greg came prepared with his proof of immunizations and titers. From that time till today, it has slowly gone by so fast, and I personally have learned an incredible amount of valuable information during nursing school, and I'd like to take a few minutes to share some of my favorites. Bang energy drink makes rainbow unicorn flavor, but don't let the name fool you. Froze is way better. You can drive from Sacramento to Salt Lake City in 8 hours, but expect to get pulled over twice. And Elko usually has 9 CHPs waiting for you because it drops from 80 miles an hour to 65. The town of Bass Mountain does not clear snow on Highway 80. And if you're demonstrating sterile procedure and you don't get your gloves on all the way, don't show the camera. The Community Health Project is not theoretical. You can slide across 3 lanes of traffic in the snow and still be on time to community health. If a diabetic patient tells you, wow, that was the only shot I've ever had that didn't hurt, it really means that you forgot to engage the needle. There is a medical term for fruity breath. I don't remember what it is. During evidence-based review, never log out of the computer when the password doesn't work. MMSE is a subjective test that is objective, but not as objective as the Glasgow scale. You never push the pin on a fire extinguisher. Can I questions are literally questions that begin with the word can I. They are not a type of procedure. The yellow highlighted lab values do not designate the lab values we are responsible for. Just some values happen to be colored yellow. Petechiae is not one of the 6 P's. And it is not downhill after adult health too. Sometimes Quizlet is wrong. Take the medication wrapper to the room with you. Buns are 10 to 20. I guess Keenan makes bread. Gestational age can be pronounced gestational. You have to physically be on campus January 28th for a nursing research presentation. Give yourself 3 hours in the morning to drive the 20 miles from South Jordan to the U. And 1 minute per question is a long time. Mike's favorite color is Samaridine, something like that. Apparently it's like an emerald green, it's just way harder to say. Which reminds me that Tony is friends with Draymond Green. How cute. Critical thinking skills offers understanding to this conundrum. If the bees are small and the birds are small, then spring must be late. Or spring is late if the bee is small and the bird is small. Or the small bee means that the birds are small and spring is not early. As well as if spring is not early, then the bee and the bird is late. Something like that. One of the most popular diseases attributed to vision loss among the elderly is vision loss. STDs are not STDs, and in fact STDs are now STIs. Concept maps are not easier. A check mark with 0 points means you got 100%. Good job. The Starbucks on 10600 is the closest one to campus that opens before 0500. If the due date says it's due by September 26th at 12:01 a.m., just turn it in on September 25th. And if a surgical tech asks for a CTA, he might just want a cotton tip applicator. So that brings us to today, finally at the finish line, graduating with the honorable BSN in nursing degree. And as nurses, I realize we absolutely can change the world in 5 minutes. It might be 5 minutes of compassionate, empathetic care as you listen to your patient getting ready for surgery who has an ectopic pregnancy. Or it might be 5 minutes of consideration as you run to get food for the exhausted parents who are in the hospital with a young child undergoing chemotherapy. We are fortunate to have the opportunity to care for others in times of great need. So use this gift to enrich others with 5 minutes of empathy, consideration, and love, and by doing so, we will absolutely change the world. Congratulations, ABSN, class of 2019. Thank you for letting me speak.